Hey, good evening. This is Roberto Esteves, Stone Cold Forex, here on School for Technical Analysis Google Hangout. Today we're going to go ahead and review the Forex chart of the day from today on the USD JPY 4-hour chart. So we have the chart up here. We're going to go ahead and identify the trend that we have currently in the market. If you guys follow me on Instagram, that's what you guys, I was going to have a video and a chart for you guys on that, and a couple of different situations. Also, we're going to review this dollar yen as well as the silver against the dollar in the CFDs. So first thing we'll notice here in the chart is it was in an uptrend, and we have this downtrend, and from there we have higher lows, lower highs. When you have higher lows and lower highs, you have indecision in the market. So we're going to go ahead and do is identify this consolidation area here and draw our support and resistance. Let's go ahead and start with the resistance. So I put the chart on ask, add a line from swing high to swing high. I went ahead and did it from over here, June 17, 1 p.m. So the swing high we can see touched here. That was a good confirmation that from this swing high to swing high, we already had some resistance there. Retest here, price resisted, never broke this trend here, move it lower. Now we have the swing low to the swing low, which is what we're looking at today. Let's go ahead and put it back on the bid like it was displayed earlier on Forex chart of the day. Swing low, green for support, extend that line, and we can see that price did break here around the 122.5 area and came back and closed inside the trend. So essentially there, if you would have gotten near the retest into a short position to go ahead and try to see if price would have made a lower low into the next Fibonacci extension, which would be the 1272 Fibonacci level here. That was shown as well. Could have had a 50 pip move there. As far as your limit or your target on this, and just using the trend, the current trend. Obviously, there's greater support levels that we can use Fibonacci wise that we could do on a different time frame. Now, to stay within this time frame, we're going ahead and what we did was identify this sideways movement. Now, since we basically don't have anything really here to really use anymore besides this resistance, let's go ahead and delete the support since it's no longer valid. Go ahead and delete this. I can leave that Fibonacci there in case price does decide here to come here. We might have a pattern. So let's go ahead and put this on ask there. This could be an X, A, B, C, and D completion. So measuring from B to A using our Fibonacci tool. Deleting the fibs between 0 and 100, because we're only going to use from 100 and on to find our convergences with our XA swing. So this is the 100%. We do have a conversion here with the 1272. So this will be a good buy area, as well as these two following levels where we have convergences. We have more than one Fibonacci level converging in the same price area, giving us a possible support there. So this could be a possible Forex chart of the day moving forward this week, unless it invalidates our C here and makes a higher high. We're going to go ahead and put this on the daily. Just do a couple quick checks on the different time frames here. Just doing a quick update. So here we have this break of support. Price came back within that trend there. No longer relevant, that trend line. Okay, this is what we're identifying here on the 4 hour. I can see this is pretty tight to watch this here. you get the same result if you decide to, hey, let me try to draw this on the daily and play like that. Okay, as we can see here, going back to the 4-hour, close back with inside the trend. So this could be something that we want to keep an eye on between today and tomorrow's close. Anything below this same level, 122.5, a close below there, we could get a move lower. And that could be what pushes the market to that 122 area where we could look to buy. Okay, so we have the move up here. Price has peaked here. We don't really have any significant swing highs that we can use in order to draw resistance here on this chart. So we're going to go ahead and leave this alone now. We're going to go ahead and just have for our current resistance level on the dollar yen, right around the 123.8 level, where it will come and test this trend line here that it wasn't able to break that earlier. So the current levels of resistance is 123.8 and our support at the 122 and also the 121.3 level. And then also, which will be the lowest possible convergence area, will be the 120.6. Moving forward to silver, I'm going to go ahead and review a chart that we had before. Back in May, this was a very good pattern that did hit our first target of 1635. Like we spoke about, we had this break of support here, retest, move lower to hit our target. Now we have a signal that this may continue and hit our target too, of 14.8, with this break of support. We can see it tested, never broke through this support until June 23rd, last week. We had that break of support. Now this trend line is resistance, now that it is above price. We had close to a retest there of the $16 mark. Pretty much nearly tested there, but that's basically a retest. You know, ideally you want to see price go all the way back and literally touch that line, but that's pretty darn close. Of course, like we speak about all the time, use nice round numbers. If you would have used 16, you probably would have caught that entrance there near the retest of that resistance. Of course, the best entry would have been here at the completion of the pattern, where the outlook there was a 50% take profit at the target 1, followed by taking profit on the second half over at the target 2 of 14.8. So we have this support here, swing low, swing low. Let's go ahead and draw resistance. As we see, we have higher lows still. Even at this current low here in the market, we have lower highs, indecision. So this swing high here, which you can't really see too well because of the fib, as you can see, this pattern already completed. You can already see the pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and delete some of the things there just so it's less clutter on the chart. And of course, anytime you want to reference this, you could go back to the chart archives on Forex Chart of the Day and see that pattern there. Leave the target 1, just leave the target 2 there. Swing high, never tested there. Now we can use also this swing high to this swing high, which will be further extending our trend that we're identifying here, putting in a bit of a tighter range. Now, am I saying that the price is going to come all the way back up to test this anytime soon? Absolutely not. First, we'll have to come back inside this trend and show that we are still in a consolidation and we're not going to continue moving lower in the downtrend that price is indicating by making this break. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly chart. There's a big pattern here that unless you guys follow SchoolForTechnicalAnalysis.com, the work that we have there. If you don't know, we analyze 24 different currency pairs on that website. We'll get the first update back to a regular routine starting this Sunday, July 5th, where we're going to go ahead and update all 24 currency pairs on a weekly basis again. And we had this decompletion here at 14.2. As we see, it was a very strong reversal after hitting this area here, which is near the 1618. Always trying to use a nice round number, and obviously you don't want to just put a three pips above the fib. You want to put a little extra on it to make sure you get it. So I decided 14.2 there. Now, quick thing, back in the daily, you heard me saying we're going to go ahead and extend the trend that we're identifying here. We're still working within the same trend, the consolidation. We do have the breakout, but in a resistance, I drew an extra line here now that this high was further validated now in the market. We can go ahead and identify that also on the weekly, which would be from this swing high to this swing high. As you can see, certain things look better on different time frames. Okay, my mistake there. Let me go ahead and put this on ask for drawing resistance. Swing high, extend this line, go for resistance. Okay, so this gives us a resistance level on this chart right around the 17.5 mark. From swing low to swing low. Right here we have this break here, which will be a larger trend than the one that we're identifying back in the daily. From the daily, we're identifying the trend that begins here, March 11th, for the week of March 7th, from this swing low to this swing low. But here on the weekly, we can also see the little bit of a bigger trend, and we see this nice break of support, the retest of what now is resistance in this pair, showing that we could possibly have a move lower to maybe test this fib and actually hit the fib or get near that area. So what should you think with all these different scenarios that we have and all these different patterns? We have a bearish pattern on the daily that could go ahead and hit our target 2 of 14.8, but we also have a very large bullish butterfly pattern on our weekly. Essentially, guys, just trade what you see. As of right now on the weekly, you're not getting in at this price of 14.2. So there's no point in chasing the possible gains of this pattern unless you get the ideal entry. The only real entry that anyone can have right now in the market could possibly be this breakout on the daily of this support. Now, what could we do to maybe re-identify a smaller trend now? Since from the weekly we can see there's nothing really we can do there, and more likely not on a bigger time frame. On the daily, we had a smaller trend that we identified. We do have that retest there. Is there anything smaller that we could take a look at? Let's go ahead and go here to the 4-hour. Okay, so we do have lower lows here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and identify the previous trend, which would have been here. Higher lows, lower highs. Let's go ahead and start with the resistance as we're on ask. Swing high, swing high. We'll adjust this as we go along. It may not be perfect. I've yet to do this myself. Swing low for our support. We're on the bid chart now. Okay, nice break below the support. That area was now resistance. We had to move lower. Did this hit our 1272 already? Looks like it, right? It hit the 1272. So Unfortunately, this opportunity here is one that would have been missed already. This is something that you cannot play anymore. Let's go ahead and have this on the ask. We can see we had this break here over our resistance, but it came back inside the trend. So the other swing high, which is here, is after it made a lower low. So we don't want to use two different swing highs from two different points in the trend. So pretty much on silver right now, it's just a wait and see. Sometimes there isn't a trade to be made. But I'm glad that we went over this, and we have a few different scenarios there where we could have used support and resistance and have made money. Thank everyone for joining me today. I look forward to tomorrow. And this week, go ahead and having the employment numbers. Something to look forward to, the continued news on Greece and what their plans are to help go ahead and help that economy there, and what is going to be the end effect on the euro. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm Roberto Esteves, Stone Cold Forex. See you guys next time.